Hi YouTube, it is VSG Mama. It's been a really long time since I checked in on YouTube. I guess the reason I wanted to talk now is because I've noticed there is an extremely small amount of people talking about pregnancy after weight loss surgery. Especially particularly if you actually do wait the recommended, roughly 18 months, 18 to 24 months. I think I was about 15 months post-op when I got pregnant with my son. He's now 11 weeks old and very healthy. I think that the issue definitely isn't having a healthy baby, but it was definitely for me staying healthy while I was pregnant. I did have a few difficulties. I was very tired all the time. I didn't feel like no matter how much I ate that I could really get in enough to support both of us, at least enough for me to feel healthy and well nourished. I think that one of the biggest things for me with the weight loss surgery was psychological. As I started to see that scale go up, it just was like eventually panic mode set in. When you have the relaxin that is released in your body to make those muscles all loosen up so that you have room to stretch and your body's able to accommodate the growing baby, what we tend to forget is that our stomach is also a muscle. So that relaxin allowed me to eat a bit more than I was comfortable eating, just because I just felt like I was eating too much. I was so used to that extreme restriction. It was really, really tough on me to be able to eat a little more. I could tolerate some things a little more that, like a little bit more junk food and things that I didn't really want to be eating, but I did like dark chocolate, sea salt, craved that so hardcore while I was pregnant. I don't even want to think about how many of those that I ate. I think due to that relaxin, we definitely are able to consume more calories, especially if you are 18 months, 24 months post-op. You have to be very careful. It's really easy to eat too much. I think that's why we gain a lot. Like we gain a large amount of weight when we are pregnant after gastric sleeve, especially if you have been post-op for quite a while. For me, it was a full 55 pounds. I am absolutely not happy about that. Right now, I am 11 weeks postpartum, and I am sitting at, I got 20 pounds left to lose to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I had lost 170 pounds before I got pregnant, so naturally it was just panic mode when the scale started going up, and it did just, oh my gosh, 55 pounds like was astronomical in my brain. And so I'm sitting at 150 pounds loss total. I'd like to get back down there to that 170 pounds loss. It's slow going, but it's coming off. I will tell you, literally the day that my son was born, the first meal I had after I had him, I got sick. My restriction came back dang near immediately, and I was like totally, completely caught off guard by it. So, yeah, just be careful with that. You can lose the weight again. I have to work really hard at it this time. It's coming off a lot slower. It's not like I'm not in the honeymoon phase anymore. I'm not, it's just the restriction is not as intense as it was in the beginning. So I am really having to be conscious about what I'm eating. I have to be conscious about how many calories. I am eating about 1,200 calories a day. I was not the normal with weight loss surgery. I think most of my weight loss phase, I was eating about 12 to 1,400 calories a day, not that 800 to 1,000. My body stalled out. I could not, my weight would not fall off at all with that. So I increased to about 1,200 for a while, and my weight just started melting off like that. So for me, that extreme restriction was never realistic. I've had best results about where I'm at, 1,200 calories a day. which I think is good though, because I feel like my metabolism hasn't completely come to a screeching halt. But I'm going to try and keep you guys updated. This is just a really quick few thoughts I'd love to share if anybody has any questions or any comments. I feel really good. The labor itself went incredibly well. I had 11 hours, I think, which compared to my daughter when I weighed in the 300s was like 32 hours of labor and whatnot. I feel like I did really well. Felt great immediately. Like that feeling of being so drained and so sick because the baby was taking everything from me, everything that I put in. Like the day after I had him was just gone. I felt amazing, and right from the get-go, I've been able to get moving. People thought I was nuts because I've been running again since 4 weeks postpartum. Not as much as I'd like to the last 2 weeks or so. My husband and I work separate shifts, and so we have the kids all the time. We have a 5-year-old daughter too, so I'm busy, but I am a preschool teacher, so I'm constantly moving at work. At least that helps me out. I really would like to see myself get back in a more steady workout routine again. I also drink a lot of coffee. I don't know if any of you guys at all have experienced that, but it's like for some reason coffee is my go-to. It's like one of the only things that I have as a treat left. It's just typical Folgers coffee brewed at home. I use a little Splenda and a couple tablespoons of sugar-free hazelnut creamer. It's not anything make or break you big, but I like it. It's a little treat for me. I tried to give it up, and then I realized that would put me literally where I pretty much gave up absolutely everything to a T that I love. By the way, you'll have to forgive me. I just worked a really long day at work. I'm already in my pajamas. My hair's a mess. I do not look particularly snazzy right now, but that's okay. Reality check, mother, working full-time of an 11-week-old infant, a 5-year-old daughter starting kindergarten in 3 days. It's just the reality of life comes back down on you, and you have to figure it out. You have to figure out, how am I going to balance this? How am I going to make sure I'm eating right, taking care of me, exercising, taking care of the kids, taking care of my wonderful husband? Okay, well, that kind of counts a little bit as exercise, so wait, what? Never mind. I mean, cough. Anyhow, so far so good. I feel like I want the weight to come off faster in my brain. It's like, fall off, fall off, fall off. Come on, go away. But I think I'm doing a pretty good, steady, comfortable loss. I think that 35 pounds in 11 weeks is great. That's a great result. Maybe it's going to take me 2 or 3 months to get the rest of it off, maybe 4. But I'm going with it. I feel good. I'm letting myself have this time to adjust to being a mother of 2 instead of 1. They say that's the hardest transition, but you never know. 1 to 2 is the hardest transition. I didn't have too much trouble when I had her at first, but I think being as obese as I was, there wasn't as much going on, I had plenty of time to sit around. I also ended up, on a different note, not able to breastfeed. I wasn't just like I couldn't keep my breast milk to be nutrient rich enough. He was not gaining weight. He was being labeled failure to thrive. But he's doing fantastic now that he's on formula. Unfortunately, he did get the coconut allergy that both my husband and I have. So it took me a while to figure out why he was not doing good on any formula. He ended up on the Similac Alimentum because it doesn't have the coconut oil in it, and he's been doing amazing. So that's all I have to say for right now. Thank you for putting up with my random thoughts. DSG Mama signing off for now.